Hi, welcome to Ed Foodie. We're going to make a little soup for lunch today. And this is going to be kind of a fusion recipe. When we go out to lunch a lot at like dim sum restaurants, we like to get these Chinese corn and chicken soup. So I'm going to make a version of that, but I'm going to kind of Tex-Mex it up a little bit. And I think it's going to be really good. So let's get started. What I've got going here in this stock pan is 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of butter. And I'm just going to melt that, get that to bubble a little bit. I'm going to put in 1/2 teaspoon of chili powder. This is the Tex-Mex part of this. We'll stir this in good. We'll get a nice little bit of a spicy butter mix here. It's starting to bubble a little bit. Okay, good. I'm going to add 1 finely chopped shallot and 1 finely chopped clove of garlic. We can stir that up, and we're going to cook this for a couple minutes, 2-3 minutes, just so we get the garlic and the shallot nice and softened. We can add some salt and pepper to taste. I usually go pretty easy on the salt, and I'll salt it at the end. In the Chinese restaurants, there's really not a whole lot of salt, but there is a nice strong fresh pepper, black pepper taste. So we'll add some black pepper. I don't know, I'll put in maybe a 1/2 teaspoon. I'm going to flavor this up a little bit, give it a little smoky taste. So I've got some liquid smoke. This is very strong stuff, so whoops, way too much. I'm going to only add about 1/8 teaspoon. I took 1 medium-sized potato, peeled it, of course, and then I sliced it into like maybe 1/2-inch slices, and then each slice I quartered. So we're going to pour that in here. And 4 cups. I'm using vegetable broth. You could use chicken broth. I don't know, I prefer vegetable broth. I've got a 12-ounce bag of frozen sweet corn. The 12 ounces comes out to about 3 cups. So I'm going to add 2 cups of the frozen corn, 2nd cup. We're going to hold back this, the last cup. We're going to put it in at the end. Because what we're going to end up doing with this after the potatoes are nice and soft, we're going to take this and put it in a blender and blend it really good. So that way we'll have some very like smashed cream corn in the soup, as well as some whole niblets. Bring this to a boil and then turn it down. Simmer for as long as it takes for those potatoes to cook. So, you know, the smaller potato you make, the quicker this is going to cook. I'm going to cook this for maybe 10 minutes. We'll try the potatoes. I'll let that simmer about 12 to 13 minutes. I think the potatoes are pretty soft. So what we're going to do now is take about half of the soup. So that's going to be about 2 cups. Main thing we want to do here is just to make sure you got enough liquid in here for the, if you use a blender to blend this. All right, what I'm going to do, because I think this potato is going to really thicken it up and make it creamy. So I'm going to make sure I get all the potato and maybe most of the corn, because like I said, we're going to add another cup of corn right at the end. Instead of a blender, I'm going to use my little hand blender here. And we're just going to get this till it's all very nice, smooth, and creamy. It ends up almost looking like a creamed corn consistency, and that's what I like. I want it, a little bit of bites of corn, then we're going to put the whole niblets in here at the end. All right, now we can pour this back into our big pot. I'll put my burner back on low. Now we'll add the rest of the corn, about a cup, and 1 cup of whole milk. If you want this to lean more on the Mexican or Tex-Mex side, I've got about a half of a chicken breast cooked, finely chopped. And to get this more on a Tex-Mex side, you could add a little bit of cumin to this. I'm just going to go without it today. All right, we're just going to let this basically warm up. Get the frozen corn there to warm up and warm up the milk and the chicken. I'm going to add another 1/8 of a teaspoon of the liquid smoke. So that would mean a total of 1/4 of a teaspoon. I want it just to have a little smoky taste. I don't want to overpower it. So what's nice here, you've got basically 3 consistencies of the corn. You've got the fully blended corn, and then all of it wasn't blended, so you got half of it, half smashed, and then you have the full niblets at the very end. All right, let's ladle this up into a serving bowl. We'll garnish it and give it a try. We'll do our final garnishing here. What are we going to start with? Let's start with the, you can get this maybe in the Mexican part of the cheese aisle. Queso Cotija, or it's a cottage cheese, but it's just a very fine dry cheese. It's not like a normal, like American cottage cheese. So we'll just say it's Cotija cheese. It almost smells kind of like a Parmesan. Just a little handful. And then we can sprinkle a little bit more of the chili powder. Then, of course, just some cilantro leaves on top. And then if you want, you can squeeze a little bit of fresh lime on top. I'm going to try it first without it, and then I'll put some on and see what it tastes like. All right, let's try this. Or what am I going to call this? Chicken corn fusion soup. Oh, very nice. Let's try with a little bit of this lime juice. I like it too. I like it both ways. Without the lime juice is definitely more Chinese style. With the lime juice, it kind of, little Tex-Mex. If you really want it pepped up a little bit, you could have added a little bit of red pepper flakes to that also. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to Ed Foodie right over there. And thank you for watching.